Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. I have not been recording for some time now, so please forgive me if I need to remember what exactly I need to do in this game. I wanted to
I shall.
come here
17 and a half.
with all of them if possible. Can I,
Just say the word.
How may I help?
like this?
Not a problem.
But the bear as well, you know? Yeah, can I?
Not a problem.
Alright, I would like to speak to Edér again, if possible. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, wends its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against the mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Okay. Alof frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Edér. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Possible I don't do half as much. So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. It's been out of sorts lately. Of course, we all got our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking, he winks. Well, do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'll be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're going to be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Then why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Reddick sent men down here the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Redrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. If you're next to be hanged, why are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Fun fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. I could ask him to travel together. Yeah, we could travel together. Where you headed? Someplace called Caed Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath.
Yeah.
A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason I've ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He tilts his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Well, can you tell me who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. And which warrior were you talking about before, which you attended to? Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Fellow decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas, overthrows Red Keras, marches on Deerwood, so we gave him a Deerwood and hello. What is a Deerwood and hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. I see. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Well, let's get going. He's now part of us. Fragments of a scattered faith. Bring Edér to speak with Meerwald. Can I see that? The old watcher? Travel to Caed Nua. Visions and whispers. After surviving an explosion outside the ruins of Kilantlis, I experienced a vision. Since then I've been hearing sounds with no source, and seeing things that aren't there. I have a word now for what I've become, a watcher. It seems that if I am to learn more about this affliction, I must seek out a man called Meerwald in the old keep of Caed Nua. Okay, so that is connected. That is already done. Right, no? Wait. I have arrested the inn while he looks into the matter of finding... Okay, I have to wait for this. A moment's respite. The caravan has been ambushed. Illness is the least of my worries now. This is already done. And hopefully I can find the road. Okay. So basically, I'll have to find Meerwald in Caed Nua because everything else is basically done. This is something we can't do yet. Fragments of the scattered faith. Being able to speak with Meerwald. Yeah, this is connected to that. The smith's shipment traveled to Black Meadow. I should do that on my way there. Buried secrets. Search the temple. This is something I can't do yet because it's too difficult. Against the grain. Report to Trumbull. Right, I wanted to talk to Trumbull because they had a feud. Can I set the custom? Right click to modify. I would like you to stand here and you to stand there. Because then we have, yeah, 2 tanks in front of us and the rest is behind. Alright. I wanted to go back to the... Wait, what was it called? Let me see on the... To the inn, because you can respec there. Not that I need to respec, but... game pause for a moment. I want to check my abilities. Laborer's resting bonus. Resting bonus. Party AI is active. Yes. Where do I see my... wait a second. Inventory. Maybe on C character? Yeah, I would like to know what kind of things I have for a moment. What kind of abilities I have? Because I don't remember that anymore. Crucible of the Soul, Fighting Spirit, Marked Prey, Swift Aim. Okay, those are the things that I needed. That's good. I have made a list for myself, which tells me which abilities I have to take when I upgrade, just to make sure I am very, yeah. Just to make sure that I'm getting there correctly. Marksman. Yeah, I think I'll have to respec because I don't need the Marksman talent for my list. I need Swift Aim for sure, yes. Let me go and see. I actually have a level up for Edér. Let me do the level up. Level 2 Edér. I think he has the same face as I have, just different hair. Alright. I am putting all my points into survival, mechanics, and athletics. Survival, mechanics, and athletics. So for him, he could go for lore. How many 5 points I have? So apart from that, I think stealth would not be good for him. He's a melee fighter, so no. We can go for survival and for athletics. Alright, athletics, lore, survival is what I put his points into. And then, what's talents? Bonus knockdown. Encounter. 2 knockdowns per encounter. Actually, knockdown is really good, I think. That puts them on the ground if it's successful. Boosts the fighter's hardiness, increases the rate of his or her constant recovery. That is also very nice. Maybe I should go for that. There's so many things here, but I don't really know what to use. Weapon focus knight. What kind of weapon does he have? That's a good... I don't know. Utility. Let me go for... rapid... No, let me go for knockdown for the moment, so that I can use that more often. Alright. Oh, another level up. Well, I'll continue with athletics, lore, and survival. Next, abilities. Defender. Plus 2 enemies engaged, minus 5 at deflection, confident aim, plus 20% of grazes converted to hits, plus 20% hit minimum damage. Disciplined barrage, more accuracy, that would be nice. Guardian stance. Lowers accuracy but increases the deflection of nearby allies. Maybe I'll go for the disciplined barrage, or... This is a passive. I'd like to go for the passive maybe. Or defender is modal, which means that it's always active. I think I'll go for this. I just have to put constitution points into him so that he has more health. He has less deflection, but... wait. I'll go for confident aim instead, I think. Yeah, let's go for that. Done. Just have to see if I can activate it somehow. Yes. Second chance, 1 per rest. Second wind. Knockdown, but where's the... Ah, it's a passive, of course.
How
so
may I help?
obviously it's not gonna show up. Arcane Assault. Alright.
Just say the word.
Do I have my... Okay, Mark Prey I have to activate every time I encounter an enemy. Swift Aim is always active. But... let's go inside to check. Alright, I just want to talk to the innkeeper if possible. No,
Not a problem.
I want
Ready
my
when you are.
character to talk to the innkeeper.
Hail and well met.
How do I check that here? Can I check party management? Retrain character. Myself? Oh, it costs some money. Yeah, of course it costs money. How much money do I have? That's the good question. 655. Well, I gotta have to do that for now. Alright, so let's go. Accept. Would you like to reset Diego to level 1 and assign new attributes, skills, talents, and abilities through level 3? Yes. Okay, I don't have any points to give here. Actually, I could... Ah, looks like I could do that. I could actually get myself new attributes, but I want to keep them that way, as they are for the moment. I need the marked prey, and the bear companion, of course. And his name is Arctos. I'll keep everything as it was. Next level. Like I said before, I'm going to put points into survival, mechanics, and athletics. Survival, mechanics, and athletics. Athletics, mechanics, survival, athletics. I can't put any more points there now. Then, can I do like this? No. If I put a point here, no. Yeah, I need like 1 point in lore later on, but let me just keep that point then. So athletics, mechanics, survival. Just 1 point in there, really? Okay. Then another point in athletics, and then we leave it the 1 point to carry it over for the next level. Then level 2 needs to be resilient companion for my bear to be able to survive a little longer. And level 3, again, survival, mechanics, athletics. Athletics, mechanics, survival. Okay, and now, yeah, swift aim. We're gonna upgrade it in the next level with swift and steady to have the accuracy level reduced, the accuracy penalty reduced. Alright.
Ready when you are.
I have to obviously activate swift aim. Marked prey, okay.
Ready when you are.
My bear is a bit stronger.
Not a problem.
Hello. What about this? It's there, so...
Not a problem.
do I have
How
to
may
go
I
like
help?
This? Ah, okay.
Not a problem.
Now let's get out of here again. Now let me check the map. I know I have to go somewhere for that one quest. Okay, Cape Noir is where we need to go for the main quest. But I want to check something else first. Can I check my journal? Against the grain. Report to Trumbull. Let me do that first. Report to Trumbull. Just need to know where Trumbull is at. Was he here somewhere? I think he was in the windmill. I think so. Let's go there. Unless someone is asking us on the way there any question, but I think they won't. Road east, road south, road west, road north. Actually, it would be also good to check his gear. He's wearing medium armor. Okay. I don't have anything to give him for heavy armor. Space Piglet, Glenn's Pledge. Lockpick. What am I wearing now? I still wear the same armor and things that I had before. Yes, that's good. I don't have anything for either. Okay. But what kind of weapon is he wearing? He's wearing a saber. Okay. A rapier. And I have a sword. One-handed sword. Maybe I can put one of the swords into his. He is doing damage 15 to 22. With the sword he would do less damage. Okay. So yeah. If I put that here, it will probably be worse, yes. Yeah, he can have the rapier then. And he has a bow in his... a war bow, actually. What kind of bow am I wearing? Also a war bow, okay. Now, just to make sure. Trumbull, yes. That was the guy I have to report to, yes.
Good day to you.
You're back. Have you had any luck with Swenja? Well, I spoke to Swenja. And what did he say? I've convinced him to leave your family in peace. Why, that's great news. I wasn't sure you'd get through to him. They're out of their minds with drink half the time. More experience? Nice. I owe you a great debt here. He pulls a coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards you. Today's earnings to show my appreciation, and you can be sure I'll let everyone know what you've done for me. Well, glad to help. It's 20 copper, well, better than nothing. Now we stand a chance of getting through the year. Trumbull smiles broadly. All thanks to you. Safe travels, friend. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, so now for the other side quest, because that is done. Search the temple, travel to Black Meadow. Tuatano Gilded Veil Smith has been expecting a shipment of supplies for a long time. He worries that something has befallen the wagon, which was traveling on the eastern road towards Gilded Vale. Travel to the Black Meadow. Okay, Black Meadow, eastern. Black Meadow, eastern. Can we even see Black Meadow somewhere? It's not on the map, okay. But we gotta go here. Alright, let's check that out. Villager. Who's that? Just a normal villager? Poor Ofra is so worried about her child, I don't blame her. Alright. This is a villager. Okay, let's go. Eastern Wood? I guess I gotta go to Eastern Wood because it doesn't say anything else. Yeah. Let me check in my journal again. Along the eastern road towards Gilded Vale. Okay, Black Meadow. It will take you 8 hours to complete your journey from Gilded Way to Easternwood. Let me save the game. Alright. Black Meadow. It doesn't say Black Meadow, but I hope it is that. My mouse is always on the corner there. Okay, this is a big road. It's auto-saved. Okay, very nice. Come on, all of you. Obviously, if we have enemies now, that's gonna be problematic, but we'll see. What is this? Burned lady. Can I take a look at this? Strange symbols as red and wrath as scabs have been carved into some of the trees. Alright. Let's follow the road. We just have to find that wagon that was probably attacked. That's all I need to do here. Of course, they could have come off the road, but then there would be some signs on the road, I would guess. Oh, let me check that one. What? Ah, because there's an enemy. Well, I don't have to fight this enemy. Let's follow the road first before we do anything. Enemy spotted. A witched. What is a witched? Oh, who's that?
How do you do?
Hold, sir, but a moment. Oh, that's Kolsk. He knows Edér. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance, his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with wariness. Well, it's good that we have Edér with us. That will be easier to talk to him. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I do not know your purpose in traveling this road, friend, but I would warn you against it. He gestures up the path with a sweep of his arm, for the keep beyond belongs to that tyrant which calls himself Lord of Gilded Vale. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly. We should all welcome the assistance of a brave fellow such as yourself, but still think you would fare better with some allies. I mean, I have some allies with me. Who's this tyrant you speak of? No, who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The crops gleamed like gold, and the village's people lived there well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flies anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused the blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Redrick looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. Who is this tyrant you speak of? Redrick. He turns his head to spit upon the ground. He is Redrick the Seventh, descendant from the great Edér house that allied with Deerwood during the Revolution. The Redricks have been stewards of the Gilded Vale ever since. They were once worthy of their charge, but no longer. The House of Reddick is led by an oppressor, one who believes that he can purge the curse of Waidwind's legacy from these lands through force and fire. You have seen the tree at the center of Gilded Vale. It has stood there since before the first house was raised, and now it is a testament to Redrick's cruelty. Every week there are more bodies. He shakes his head. We must put an end to it. Well, perhaps you could come with me. I sorely wish that I could, but I would only hinder you further. One of Redrick's lips slipped a dagger in my leg before he fell. May he be half so lucky in the next life. He glances down at his wound. But it is not the leg which pains me. We have lost too many to Redrick's defenses. This is why I would turn to you now for assistance. Thank you for the warning. Perhaps I will return later. I hope that you will. I have heard of the deeds you have already performed in service of our lands. We are sorely in need of one such as you. You might speak with Pasca at the Black Hound. She can put you in contact with reliable individuals. And if you should find your situation improved, I entreat you, Lord Redrick must be stopped. If we do not stand against him, no one else will. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Redrick's madness. He would cure Waidwind's legacy, but ensuring there are none alive left in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. I would face him myself and put a blade through his rotten heart, but our last attempt proved costly, and Lord Redrick has called for reinforcements. Our time grows short, and in such times I must beg assistance where I can. I go now to gather what allies I have. Brave the keep if you dare. See Redrick into his grave, and Gilded Vale will count you as its saver. The man bows again. My gods, guide your arm. Travel to Redrick's Hold. Be nice if you wished us a few extra rebels and maybe a catapult while we're at it. Yeah. Lord of Barren Lands, travel to Redrick's Hold. I would like to travel to Black Meadow though, although I don't know exactly where it is. Now this is already the end of this area. Apparently. Let me see. Redrick's Hold. But where's Black Meadow then? Because that leads me to the hold already. And I don't want to go to the hold. Maybe it's down here somewhere. Well, I would like to kill some of the enemies here to get some extra experience and stuff. That might be nice. There is a spear spiderling. Damage reduction, immune to web, alright.
Ready when you are.
Marked prey. Now we can all attack.
Not a
Let's attack it.
problem.
All? Why don't we all attack it? That's a bit stupid for me to stand there. Why the fuck are you not
Aye?
attacking?
Hey,
Well, finally.
Ready when you are.
Worried, why didn't you help me in this? That was weird.
Not a problem.
Come on.
how may I help?
Not a problem.
It's okay. We're still good.